Alright, so I got 3 of these video reviews that are coming up on Monday. 2 of them are done. I'm finished up the 3rd. It's Saturday now. And I got a bunch of programming shit to do to get it set up because of passwords and PayPal and all that. But I'll be good. So I'm taking a little break to talk to you folks. This is my month off from making videos about VB. And so I think I'm going to talk about VB a little bit because that's what you do when you're not doing what you should be doing, which is finishing up the videos, but I need to take a break. So VB on the Nigaritarian channel, is posting like these what I think are really personal conversations with Blue. I mean, about getting a job and all this shit, and is going into the job interviews with makeup on, dark makeup, presumably to cover the facial tattoo. But I mean, it gets in his eyes, the eyes get red, and then it gets uneven, and you can sort of tell. I mean, and what are you going to do when you get the job? I mean, if you get the job, you're going to put that makeup on every day? I mean, it's nuts, right? You just go in there with the tattoo. And then it's like you have to do all these things like normal human beings do, like adults do, especially if you're going to become a family man. But you can't do them. It's not that you won't do them. You can't. You can't get the job. You can't do this. You can't do that. You can't, you just couldn't take it. You couldn't sacrifice your, Jesus Christ, man. I mean, that's Peter Pan. That's fucked up. Oh, and it's really fucked up. I mean, and then this justification that you about putting these videos on where you're having conversations with Blue about everything. I mean, like details of your life that, like, where I come from shouldn't be anybody's business, that you say that you're like John Edwards or something, that you're a political figure because you're running Nigaritarian and everyone should know all this stuff. And what if we didn't know about John Edwards and the affair he had when he was going to be president and running for president? And it doesn't make any sense. I mean, and then you say that it wouldn't matter, it shouldn't matter whether he had the affair or not. So then what's the point? I mean, what's the point? I mean, is the point just not to grow up, not to become responsible, not to get the job? I mean, all this Nigaritarian stuff, is this just a way of avoiding responsibility? Or is it something bigger than that, which I suspect avoiding just dealing with the real world? I mean, there's this ideal world where there is no prejudice and everybody treats you, fairly, and you can have any name you want. And yeah, maybe that's a great world. That's the way it should be. But it's not the world we live in. And you can't live in that world. You can't compromise. You have to. You can't. Well, but nobody's like that. Nobody can't. I mean, it's just that you won't, that you refuse to. So that's very dishonest. To me, that's very dishonest. I mean, unless you really believe that, then that's scary as hell. Because that is just such a distance from reality, or the reality that we live in, us people, and you don't. You have this, I don't know. It's kind of troubling. I mean, I like you, VB, but I don't know. God, I think it's nuts. All that, it's really nuts. I mean, when you put it all together. Because I don't know anybody that would avoid responsibilities the way you do, the extent you do. I mean, shit, you're going through somersaults not to grow up, not to get a job. And then the tattoo, okay, you got the tattoo, and then you're talking about getting rid of the tattoo and all this. And, but then the makeup, putting on the makeup, it's nuts. I mean, I think you'd get a job with the tattoo if you just were yourself, including with your name and all that. You just got to be honest and be yourself and will be willing to compromise some. But you're just setting yourself up to be screwed. I mean, look at all the shit you're doing. I mean, And the truth is that you could have a far greater effect on the world if you had some clout and you're putting yourself in a position where you have none. I mean, people tend not to respect folks that are living in la la land. Gotta eat lunch, finish up the reviews, do the computer shit. That way I'll have some time off tomorrow to have some fun. It's cold, rainy, gray. A cold front just came into Miami. It's not cold compared to most of the rest of you, but for Miami it's a little cold. I don't know what it is. It's probably in the mid 60s, maybe low 60s. Anyway, take care.